to another edition of If You Asked Jimmy. Today is going to be extra beautiful because we have an elegant model in the house, the young and especially beautiful Catherine Oluwatomisin Ojetola, a freckled model who has made a name for herself in the industry and up and coming, globally recognized already, featured on BBC, featured in Punch, featured in Dang. This young, beautiful model has over 2.2 million views of her interview with BBC. Now, I'm having a millionaire model because if millions of people have watched you, that means that you have a global following. Can you welcome with me Catherine Oluwatomisin Ojetola? Welcome, also called Cutie Kathy. Welcome, Cutie Kathy.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
It's nice to have you on If You Ask Jimmy. I am so ready for you. I hope you are ready for me today.
I'm much ready for you.
So, guys, you all can see that I am in, we are all in for a beautiful one today with this beautiful young lady. It's a privilege to have you here because the way you came into the public, the way you came to limelight was from the biggest broadcasting corporation in the whole world. That's a massive anointing, don't you think? Tell me about it. What's the secret? You just went from here to up there. How was that experience with
Guys,
the BBC?
so it's actually very nice. So it's nice because when I saw their message, I saw their message that they wanted to interview me, and so I was not like, oh really? I was surprised. I won't lie, but it was actually nice. So it was a cool experience. Though.
Amazing. And you know what? Looking at that interview, you killed it. It's as if you have been interviewing forever. You are so composed, you are so calm. When I watch some of your interviews, I see your calmness, I see your maturity. What is the secret? Tell me about that.
I don't know. Maybe that is just me. That is just me for you. That is just me. That is
That's
what I
just,
can say.
I agree with you. I believe you. That is just you. And then you're so self-confident. You have a very good sense of self-worth and self-esteem. After when I go back to some of the things that you have said about yourself, it's like you have a very strong personality. How did you get there? Like, did it just happen or things made it happen?
It did not just happen, no. Things made that thing happen. My self-esteem, that the self-esteem I have now, it was backed by a particular story. It did not just happen.
I appreciate that because I see you working with photographers. I see clients, your clients. I see brands trying to work with you. Before I go into all of that, tell me about, let's take it from the beginning, beginning. Some of them might be some things that you have said out there in the public space, but I believe to have a background for this interview for those who are meeting you for the first time, I introduced you. Let me ask you to introduce yourself, based on your social media presence and your brand, everything about you. Tell me about yourself.
So my name is Catherine Oluwatomisin Ojetola, and I am a model, a young model at that. I'm a young model. I'm a frequent model. Yes, I have frequency and I have it's like so I work with brands and makeup artists, photographers. Should in case you need an elegant model with freckles and vitiligo, you can just slide into my DM. My Instagram page, Catherine Ololade, and my my TikTok page, Cutie. So in case you need a model, an elegant one to be precise, and just DM me. I'm on DM me. So that
Why?
is just my
That's just you. Why wouldn't anyone want to work with this beautiful, elegant model? And because you are unique, they have to. Come on, I just love your vibes. I'm feeling you seriously, Catherine. And because they will definitely want to work with you because you're unique in every way. You're very confident, you're very composed, and you have very positive vibes. Now, from the beginning, when did you wake up to realize that you are different?
okay. So when I was much younger, I did not know anything because I just felt like oh, it was just I don't know, nothing of no thoughts came into my mind. I was just living my life like a normal person, though I'm normal, but you get what I'm saying. So all of a sudden, as a child is growing, more, there are some things that we start thinking about, especially when you're already attaining puberty stage.
Yeah.
So I would say when I was in GS1, it's not in GS1, that was when I started like noticing that, oh, I'm actually even different from people. And how did I notice? I'll be moving or I'll be walking. Then the way people be shouting at, like, this type of reaction, and I'll be like, am I the one they are doing like this? Because I always feel different. I know you're seeing other people are walking and they're not shouting, they're not even doing things like
Nobody
that to them.
notices
But
them.
it's me. But you understand? So that was when I started noticing that oh, I was actually different from everyone else.
Amazing, amazing. Did people make you uncomfortable, especially with, like you said, they'll be shouting sometimes, their reaction, especially people that are meeting you for the first time. How did that make you feel?
I felt bad though. I am not. I used to cry. It's just that people don't know. I don't talk, but I don't open up about things like that. So it's just it's just within myself. I used to cry. I cried a lot that people did not even know because I don't want people to know. So I just kept it to myself. I felt bad though. That is just
Wow,
like
wow. That was then. That is
yeah,
history.
that was way back then.
That's history. I was watching one of your interviews and I saw where you said that when you got into high school, you had some people, a lot of the students were avoiding you, and sometimes they call you names. And it was only the people that you went to primary school with, that were your close circle of friends. How were you able to handle that? Because children can be very nasty, they can be silly, and they don't care about your feelings. They can hurt people. They are not like adults that can even be a little bit reasonable. What kind of names were they calling you, and how were you able to handle all of that?
They called me a cheetah. They
Ha.
called me a leopard. Sporty leopard. In fact, there's this particular dog breed that has spots. Let's say
Mm.
it's white, they'll not have black spots. They
Wow.
classified me with that one. So monster. Some said Ebola no more. I
Wow.
was like, ah, I cried. Honestly, I cried a lot because I was like, why are you calling me a cheetah? You're calling me a leopard. Like, how do I even resemble an animal? Most of them say, whenever people call me that name, and I'll ask them, why are you calling me a cheetah? And they'll be like, don't you see what is on your body? Can't you see the spots on your body? And then we say, cheetah. And I'll just be like, really?
Wow. With all of that kind of verbal assault, did you just, respond to them? Why are you calling me this? Or did you report to the school authorities? And did any of your teachers or the authorities, did they do anything about it? Or they just bully you verbally like that?
Like I said before, nobody knows because my self-esteem, hey, it was, you know what they call, if I lower than zero, minus
Oh,
0. It was lower than zero. So I don't open up. Anytime they just insult me, I usually just keep it to myself. And
mm,
I don't tell anybody. I did not tell my parents at all. Nobody knew.
wow. That must have been so harsh that you had to deal with that yourself. So, at what point did you now open up to your parents? How did that happen? Because you eventually talked to them, right? What led to that?
So one day, Naomi sent me a message. I was now on the road, sha. Then this particular girl, like I'll senior her, sha, but let me say like my age range. Her younger sister was moving towards me. Then she just shouted, she just pulled her away that she should not go near me, that can't she see me, that I'm going to jump on, like you understand that type of thing, that I'm going to scare her. And it was publicly. I felt so embarrassed that
Okay.
just had to run. I rushed back home. Then when I came home, I did not tell anybody until I was just in my room. So it was not until the next day that I now opened up to them and everything.
Wow, wow. That must have been harsh. Now people are celebrating this celebrity. I like the word elegant, because that's one of the nicknames I call my beautiful daughter. So elegant is in a class of her own. There are beauties, there are pretties, there are cuties. When you say someone is elegant, elegant means elegant, and I love that you're also my daughter in a way, and I'm very happy you're using that. And now you told your parents. Ah, from there, what was their reaction and what was their reaction? How did they handle it? Because you have been facing this thing and they know who you are, but now you told them. How did they handle it? And what happened afterwards concerning your skin type?
My mom cried. She cried that particular day that I told her she cried. My dad, you know that is a man. He did not want to cry, bro. Me
Hmm.
looking at him, you would have known that got to him. So my mom was crying, but what did she do? She went to Instagram and there was a particular lady we knew, not like we know her like very well. We just knew her on Instagram. So she now DM'd her. My mom now told her everything that happened. The lady was like, oh, she's going to come and meet me this so day.
Give her an
Then she came.
appointment.
When yes, when she came, she talked to me. As I don't even know anything about this thing. I just know that it's on me. That is it. So she was not the one that now explained everything. She now like tried to boost my confidence along with my mom. Everybody was just like, you are talking, you're trying to boost confidence. Ever since that day, that was when my old chapter just changed.
So we should be thanking your
That was
mother because she actually, yeah, she broke down. Your dad was heartbroken, but was able to handle it as a man. But your mom did not just stay there sucking and lamenting. She took action. Kudos to your mom. Um, so Kathy's mom, we say kudos to you for taking the bull by the horns and turning the story of your daughter and your family around. I can't stop looking at you. I can't stop admiring you, Cutie. Come on, you have a nice sense of branding. Cutie, cutie. Oh, can you help me to pronounce it? How did you come up with that, Cutie Kathy? Can you imagine CC, Cutie, Kathy? That's a powerful brand name. Tell me about that. How did you come up with that name?
okay. Okay, my TikTok account. It was my dad's account originally, but he does not used to use it. And by that then, I was not allowed to have any like social media, this type of thing. So I was just using my dad's account. So I was even on his phone. So it was his phone I used to post. But his username was off. And like I'm the one that is using it now, but the username is off. It's not even aligned. So I just sat down. I was not like, what should I use? What should I use as my username? What should I use? I was like, okay, Catherine. I was like, short form. I like when people call me Cathy, Cathy, Cathy. I was like, okay, Cathy is going to be there, but should I just give it Cathy or so? I was just looking at it like, but wait, I'm fine, except I'm even cute. What have I did for that? Was like, I now used cutie underscore Cathy. That was like I just said.
And you know what? You hit home with that branding. Let me tell you, even if you were working as a model with a brand and the best company in the world, the professionals, I don't think they can brand you better. It's like you're operating under one kind of special grace and anointing because everything about you is just adding up. Let me ask you, uh, kudos to your parents because definitely from what you're saying, you have very wonderful parents. You have very supportive parents. You are very caring parents because tell me about your relationship with your dad. I'll come to your mom later. I know your mom is so present and dad is so, you're so free with your dad. You can have his phone, you can post stuff. Tell us about your relationship with your dad.
Well, when my daddy's relationship is but like this, so 5 and 6,
5
5 and 6.
and 6?
Because and drop his phone can drop it. If I want, I can carry it and do what I want to do it. So like we're very, very close. Daddy, I need this. And if it's within his power, it will help me. Daddy, I need this. And whenever he says no, not that okay, oh, it's not it's just no for now, but that does not mean that it's no forever. So anytime I ask him for something, he always tries his best to help me to get it or do it. So that is me and my dad, we are 5 and 6.
Wow. You see, because people say that daughters are closer to their fathers, why guys, their sons are closer to their mothers. And kudos again to your parents because it seems like they're very, I mean, definitely they are very smart parents. Not, it seems, I take that back. And they are very, very visionary because and I would like, they are very special for them to be able, especially both of them now. Your mom was able to get you some counseling. The counseling must have helped you from where you were at when you told your mom to another level entirely, to be self-aware and to understand more about yourself and your skin experience. And your dad let you have his phone. You're so free, you're so close. And today, if he never had let you have his phone, probably you might still get out there, but not at this time. And maybe BBC would not have noticed you, you know, because that BBC was, I mean, it was, how is it now? Table shaker. You know, when I saw that, I think it was hundreds, maybe 70 or 80,000 or 100,000. And then I started seeing the views moving up, moving up. How do you feel sitting where you are today with the experience you have had, knowing that millions of people have come to meet you online that you have never even met and you may never meet? How does that make you feel? Millions of viewers, BBC alone, 2.2 million. There was this dang interview. I think it was already, I don't know how much it is now. Maybe it will be up to a million. Maybe it was 400 something, 300 something by the time I was seeing it. How do you feel? Do you feel like the big girl? Millions of viewers and followers.
So I feel we share. All thanks to God. When I even saw that BBC interview, said when it was released, I did not even know that they already released the video because let's say we did the video around like April. It now got released like 2 months later. I did not know that my video was already out there. And I went to school one morning, they already did an assembly. Immediately I got like to the assembly ground. That people were looking at me. I was like, what happened? Okay. I went to my line, Sha. It was not my friend that now told me that Catherine, you saw your BBC. I was not like, so these people have even released the video. And I did not even know. That was how I got in. And actually, I was actually very, very, I was proud of myself because that same day my teachers were calling my interview was in their staff room. My teachers were calling, they were like, does even this particular man, like, is a teacher though, but we don't really relate. But that particular day, they called me because one of my teachers told him they were discussing. It was not like, is this not the girl? He now called me, it was like, hey, so I saw your interview, and I actually felt proud of myself. I was very, very proud. I was like, this me?
But now, let's talk about those bullies. Let's talk about those nasty and silly students who did not show any empathy and were bullying you and were just, always after you, shaming. What happened after? the interview, did anything change?
Even before the BBC interview, sef, yes, before their interview, when my mom called that lady, when she called the lady, we were on holiday. So when we resumed school, my mom came to my school and she told um like our school management. So the woman now came to my class later in the day. She now came to ask them what have been going on in the class. So ever since that day, because she told me to say my mind and my heart, I should just pour out my mind and ask to them that the way they used to insult me and everything. So actually, ever since that day, there is nobody, none of them is going to do me. Everybody is my friend, and we are talking, we are gisting, we are laughing, we are smiling together. No, it's even that they're even the ones that most times when we're going home together now, and people are like, you know, that there's still some people that will be like, oh, these girls, they are the ones that will be like, is something wrong with you people? So that is just it. Same just that ever since that incident, everything just changed.
Wow. So you opening up to your mom and your mom's intervention was a game changer already before the interview. Now, where now you are global. Everybody wants to meet you. Everybody wants to take picture with you. Everybody wants, to just take, I mean, they want to connect with you. How does it feel to be a celebrity? Because you said, is that me? I think that's what. So how do you feel now that you're so much out there globally and people are engaging with you, loving up on you, crushing on you? Do people crush on you? Ooh, yeah, I will not tell. Let me allow you to answer. Yeah, the people love upon you. I mean, your fans and everyone. How does it feel like that celebrity thing?
Honestly, it feels good though. Like my first statement will always be this feels good. I feel good and everything because most times when I'm walking on the road, some people just be like, is this not this girl? You walk again, this one will be like, is this not this girl? Even when I visited Unilag recently inside their
You
school,
visited where?
Unilag.
Unilag, University of Lagos.
Yes, when I visited that place, I was just like, I was even to some extent, if I was even tired. The people I was with were like, they was even tired, but we were like, somebody even came to meet my, Catherine. Like, you that type of attention and everything. At some point, I was like, it's too much, but at the same time, I feel proud of myself because, now, for someone to come and meet you and be like, this is not this girl. Another person that come and meet you and be like, this is not this girl. You guys have been feeling yourself that, you are not a small person. So that's just, I just feel good. I thank God for everything.
So is it now easy for you to just go out in the street when you're not in your daddy's car and you have to take public transport to do things? How is it now? Because everybody knows Cutie Kathy. How is it easy to go about in public transport now? Before you were going anonymously, people would just be calling you names those times and those things. Now that everybody now wants to be, you are now a public figure, you are now a celebrity. How do you handle that going out? Because you have to go out definitely. You have to go to school, you have to go to other places. How does it feel?
Well, to me, it's just normal because I don't know. It's still the same as everywhere I'm walking and people are saying that is this not this girl? It's just the same thing. It's the same thing as when I'm walking on every particular place. So, same thing as when I'm inside the bus too. It's just the same thing.
Okay, makes sense. So maybe one brand out there is gonna just engage you very soon, and the first thing they'll be doing is to give you a car because their celebrity will not be walking the streets. And I mean, their intention, you are comfortable with it, but it can get overwhelming because you can't even just be anonymous again. You know what they say about a golden fish has no hiding place. So this cutie Kathy, you are very brutal with your branding, no? Cutie Kathy. That's a very brutal combination. This cutie cannot even walk freely again. Everybody just wants to engage you. Very good. I see that. I mean, I've watched your interviews and I see the level of self-confidence, the charisma that you have. You have poise, you have the calm, you have that, presence of mind, and you sound very, very extremely intelligent. That leads me to the next question. Now that you are out there, how are you able to balance your, okay, should I ask first, how did you get into modeling?
It started during that interview. Yes, the story about the beginning of everything is that BBC's interview. That is the beginning. So ever since that BBC's interview, that Punch interviewed me. From Punch interview, I started like people messaged me that, oh, because I want to use it for this was like makeup artist. I need you, I want to use it for this, I want to use it for that. So I'd say that that BBC's interview is the whole story, is the beginning. From like if you want to start climbing ladder, that is just the beginning. So I don't know, Sha, when I started the interview, when I did the interview, I just thought about it. I was not like, but catching Beto, you have a good skill like this. Once you gonna be doing modeling, because obviously, the modeling industry, let's say the market out there, do you know that they want like people different? Like you're not
Uniquely.
just you're different. So you get and you can use your like this your particular skin. You can use it to how I put it to sell yourself out there. Like people who want to work with you and be like, this recruit girl, please, I need that. I want to work with that. This recruit girl, I need that. I want to work with that. That was how I not thought of it. That, or maybe I'm going to start modeling. So from there, that was how I just started.
All right. So it was very organic, because modeling, a lot of people will be going for, I know for theater it's audition. I don't know what it is for modeling. They'll be going for one thing or the other in order for the companies to engage them just to get known to, be considered. But in your own case, it was people that were looking for you. My question before that led me to that is, how are you? Okay, can you tell us some of the jobs that you have done? I heard recently that you were on the runway also for something that has to do with the Guinness Book of Records. When did you even start? Sorry, I can't call you this girl. Oh. Let me also. When did you even start? 2 years BBC right here, Guinness Book of Record. Which kind of anointing is that one? So, what are the modeling experiences that you have had or modeling experience? Can you share some of them with us?
Okay, so let me start with that runway, the Guinness World Record stuff. So there was this particular transition I did on my birthday. Yes, my birthday last year. So from there, I guess the girl that wanted to break the record so is then she DM'd me. And she was not like, oh, she wants to break this particular record for this Guinness World Record thing that and talking about diversity and inclusivity, different type of people on the runway. We're not trying to like single out some people. We need everybody, all side, body size, height and everything. Then that was what she told me. Then I was like, okay, I'll get back to her. And I'll discuss with my parents and everything. They're not like, it's fine. Then we started our training. Training was tough because I don't really work on heels. And as a model, you have to know how to work on heels. So during training, oh my God, I said that my leg was paining me, but
Wow.
when you know that you have a destination, you just want to get there. So that was just it. It take a lot of training and everything. Even on that day, if I could not even believe it because even still with my training, I was still, I was not like that perfect that I know that I want to go and work on this type of runway that millions and millions of people are going to see. But immediately I took my first step, I don't know what got over me. But you know that once you're just there already, there's no going back. There's no going back. And then I just stood on the wrong way. I don't know. I don't know. I was just going. I don't even know. I was just going. Then I went to the backstage and I now calmed down. I was like, I just worked perfectly. And now, like, I just flashed back to my last practice. I was like, but there's a big, huge difference because even my coaches were still complaining during my last practice. It was even one of my coach that now called me. I was like, ah, Patty, can you see the way people are cheering you? See the people are cheering because immediately I walked out. I did not work at the beginning. Like you know that you're trying to keep something for later. You understand? You're trying to keep something for later. That was now when I worked. So immediately I just stepped outside and people were cheering me. I guess maybe it was that because at first I was nervous, I was anxious, I was shaking. But I don't know, maybe when I started hearing people that they're like cheering me, that was when that confidence to walk on that runway now came. So when my coach was not like, you see when people are cheering you, that means that your next work must be very, very great. See, he was even like, oh, this girl, you're even like you did well because they did not expect it from that last practice I had. So it was a very, very nice experience. I get to see other models and I became friends with other models and just going out there just to explore and know more about the modeling industry. Yes, because you know that when I was with other models, of course, and those models that I was with, they are like how do I say they are professionals. Some people are like they are beginners like me, and some are they are models that they're not even beginners, they're already there, and their work is perfect and everything. So hearing this from this particular model, hearing this from this and trying to gather information about this whole modeling thing. It was actually a really, really good experience. I won't lie. It was nice.
Ooh, I can sit here and listen to you all day. You are just killing this interview. And that's part of the reasons why I actually brought you to my channel because I was watching your interviews and be like, wow, she got it. So, you just so special. You just go from zero to hero, zero to hero, zero to hero. Everything you do, you just touch it because it's Midas touch. Maybe some parents will be begging God that can't you give us a child like Catherine now? Give us a child. The ones that were kind of before they blame shame and not even blame shame right now. Maybe they just talk down on you or something like that or avoid you. Now that you're flying and everything is happening for you, be like, "Ah, maybe God should give them someone like you too, so they can have your skin and have the kind of status and attention. You know what? Because your mom's action, I see from this conversation, was the game changer, and it changed that game forever. And with supportive husband like your dad, and you guys just synergize. I have a question for you. You must have a lot of connections now. Everybody wants to be Cutie Cathy's friend. Can you give me some of those connections? Because everybody, everybody, you are just all over. And it's people that are looking for you and not you looking for them in that sense. I know you want to go professionally and you want to, you need, clients and all of those things. Jobs should come. But will you say that you already having some useful connection in the industry right now?
Yeah, so at least I can say from those other jobs I've done because like from a particular job I did, another client messaged me just from that job. So that job is now getting you another job. So that type of connection. Sha, so that is just it.
Amazing. That's so beautiful. When you talked
Not
about
no more.
you want more, definitely more will come. More will come. And when you talked about your first experience on the runway, it's not strange to you. It's not about you. Of course, the moment you hit the runway, a different energy came on you, a different presence came, and you entered into character and you were able to give your best to it and got the cheers of the audience. What you explained earlier is called stage fright. people. How am I going to do? How am I going to perform? Just the newness of it. Even it happens to the best of people, even experienced people. I've been a public speaker for so long, and I know that in the early time, part of the career, that stage fright usually happens. You may not see it in people's voice. Maybe they just manage it somehow, and pull through brilliantly, which is exactly what you did. It's not just in your own modeling career. So I was going to ask you, now we are at the question, with all your engagements, Guinness Book of Records, you were one of the team that was trying to break a record, and you have invitations for jobs, modeling and different kind of things that they want you to do. They need your specialty. How were you able to balance this with your studies? You said you are a science student. Science student, please take your time to explain how are you able to cope with all that aspect of your prep, going back and forth, and also school.
During that particular Guinness book of record, that particular record, school was on. But my whole training was during the holidays. But school was on when we wanted to do that. When it was the D-Day, school was on. So what did I do? I okay, I at first I took my book because we were still practicing when school was on, but I don't like go every day. Our practice was Saturday and Sundays, but there were some days that I had to go during weekdays. So I'm not going to go to school that particular day. I have to go for training. So what did I do? I took my notes. That is, if I'm going to stay over there, then I'm not going to come home. I might have training like Wednesday, Thursday, and going there that same day, coming back home and going there the other day and everything. It's actually somehow. So I had to stay there with the girl. So I
Wow.
just took my book along. Then I asked me down. Please, when you are home, help me and snap your notes and send it to me so that I can even have notes to write. That was how I
Wow.
did then. Then during the whole record thing, I did not have any time for me to start writing notes and everything. So I did not take any notes with me. Then I sure did it, but immediately I went to school. When I got to school, it was very, very hectic for me because I had to start writing notes and it was already close to our midterm break. So I had to submit notes and do some tests from so that I can even have my midterm assessment. I will not like it was very, very it was not easy. My mom wrote my notes for me. My classmates wrote my notes for me. Still, I could not even like cover up everything, but what I just had to do it like that. Even the test self that I did, those subjects that I have complete note of, that was the test I did. The ones that I don't have notes for, I could not do it because what do I want to go and write when I don't have notes? That was I don't know. Then after then during the midterm break, I now copied the rest of the notes. I just make sure that I had a complete notes before I resume the other them. It was not easy. It was not actually easy balancing everything. Even sometimes I still have jobs now. I have jobs during weekdays that particular day I'll not go to school. But if I want to accept any job, I have just like for weekdays, it's just 2 days because I'll look at that particular day that okay, on this particular day, I'm not having like a particular crazy subject like my science subject. So like Wednesday, Friday, those are the days I take weekdays job. Because I'm usually like that day is usually it's comfortable for me. I'm not having any crazy subjects. That's just
I have said repeatedly, you are, if I say you sound so intelligent, then I am not saying it right. You are so intelligent. And what you're saying is that already, because some people actually go to trainings, corporate trainings to learn time management. So people have to take time management courses online. You are thrown into a situation where you have to grapple with, you have to put on the skill of time management, which is what you have explained, how you balance it out, meaning that you work double and extra hard than your compeers. And from what you said, you have a support system from your school, your loved ones, and your friends who snap their notes to you. And mom, kudos to your mom again. Catherine's mother, if you're hearing this, we give you your flowers. I hope my viewers will help me to give Catherine's mom her flowers in the comment section because she's just there to support, and your dad as well. And your family support is there and you work double. I would like to ask you this question. How do you manage your social media handle? How has it been?
Well,
Because I'm on social media. I have to give it out to people to do it for me. I just do interviews. I have to focus on my job. You are a young person and you're in school. How do you manage your social media handles?
my Instagram, my mom manages it. I also have access to it, but my mom is my manager, so she managed that one. But I only manage my TikTok account. That's just so. But the reason why my mom managed my Instagram is because that is like my business page, the real one. I also use my TikTok for my business, but Instagram is where I get more more jobs and everything. So that is just why my mom is managing it. But so I also have access. I know how I'll go about it, but I also need someone that will help me. Like now, let's say that I'm in school and I can't answer to some clients. So at least there is someone that is going to answer to them. So my mom is my manager for Instagram. So she's the one that is managing everything. Let me just say she's the one managing everything. I only post them once in a while. She's the one managing it. It's just my TikTok that I know that I used to that I manage it by myself.
Awesome. I think you guys have what is called division of labor in Nigeria, and in America here they call it segregation of duties. Everybody knows what to do when and how, and everybody takes a part of the job and the job gets done. Let me ask you this. Can you put out your social media handle there? Can you go ahead and list your social media handles and how people can reach you? Take your time, no
So
hurries.
if you want to get me on Instagram, my handle is Catherine Ololade, but there is an underscore between that Catherine and Ololade. So you just type Catherine and you just add an underscore there, then you press Ololade. It's going to take it to my Instagram handle. But if you want to get me on TikTok, you're going to have to use Cutie Catty. That is Cutie underscore Catty. So there's also an underscore in between the cutie and Cathy. And my Cathy is Cathy. My Catherine is Catherine because you know there are two types, but my own is the one with the C. So my TikTok is cutie Cathy. Cutie Cutie, then underscore Cathy. You get me there.
Awesome. I just put it on the title of the interview right now. Interview with QT underscore Kathy dash Catherine, which is Catherine with a C underscore Ololade, freckled model and social media celebrity. When was the first time you heard the word freckled? You knew the English of your skin type
Told me once, even before the whole issue that she had
episode.
to that lady. My mom said it once, but I just heard it and I just forgot. I just heard it. She just said that your skin name is called Frequent, but it was just that day I just heard it. Honestly, I even forgot about the name. Sometimes I just call it spot. I'll be like my spots. Not that point. I didn't even know that it even had a name. It's just that I have spots. So I used to call it my spots, my spots. So it was now that day, when we had the whole appointment and everything, that was when it now sticks to my head that I even have that it's actually called Focus and vitiligo. But though I've heard it that it's called Focus before, but I honestly forgot about it.
Amazing. So now I'm going to ask you this question because people, they mess with you, they just, you know, irritate you by calling you names. But I watch some of your posts on TikTok, And I can see a very, how will I put it now, very out of this world transformation that happens when you apply makeup. In fact, you will just go from here to there. Here is good, there is super. So whether you're wearing makeup that blends your face or you're wearing, and there are some magical things that you do, to that transformation that just makes it amazing. And people will be like, wow, wow, wow. They just be liking, loving, and tell us about that transformation with makeups and other things.
Yeah, have much to say about it. Honestly, I don't know what I want to say about that one now. I don't just know. It's just,
Okay, so because when you apply makeup, there's a way you do it, just like teasing people. And I think it's a very fantastic concept. It's like a teaser. Be like, you will go from here, you go there, and you change, you come back, and you will now flaunt your natural skin. Hmm. I'm having a feeling that some people will be begging God to give them your kind of child right now. Um, how do you feel that you have become a very positive influence globally? Globally, because some people don't even politicians, some of them they have never won 100,000, you know, election by 100,000 people. There are some governors in Nigeria. In fact, I don't think any governor wins 2 million to get the votes. Maybe 500,000, 700,000, 1.4 million. Now you have 2 point something, and all your views added together will be in tens of millions. How do you, now that you are that global celebrity, how what will you say to parents? Because a lot of people comment on your channels, on your handles, and they are beginning to get that confidence, you know, to, embrace the condition that their children are having, whether it is vitiligo or freckles or everything like that. How do you feel being that person that is positively impacting parents and people with freckles and vitiligo skin?
well, I feel if I, that is the aim. That is the aim to be um a positive influence into people's lives. So that I just want to have a positive influence in people's life, and that is just that is what I'm aiming at, and that's why I'm like, well, I'm trying to in that aspect, I'm trying to like get there so that people can just say and be like, oh, because of this particular girl, I had this different mindset. So that is just the aim. So I actually feel good, and I'm thankful to God that I'm able to change people's perspective and mindsets on other skin types.
Do you have any stories that touch the heart positively right now? That maybe one or two comments that'll be like, oh, thank God I'm out there and this person is saying this back. I my life blessed someone. Can you think of one or two like those feedback from people, like comments that you can't forget when you see people appreciating that you are out there to actually make vitiligo and freckles glamorous? Anything like that?
So on my especially on my TikTok too, and on my Instagram, but especially on my TikTok, because my TikTok has more activities and like more followers and likes and everything. So anytime there's some of my videos that I post that has views that is there publicly that you can see that, oh, this video went out.
Viral.
So some videos, I'll just see people's comments and they'll be like, this girl, like what she's doing and that type of thing, that at least that I like her confidence that she's able to come out and speak for herself and say this one or two things about it. So anytime, most times when I see that comment, I used to blush. Me, I'm not like I used to blush. I blush a lot. So anytime like that comment, even if I'm like if I'm alone, I'll just blush and I'll just start laughing, like not a sarcastic kind of laugh, but you know what I'm saying. This kind of thing. I
Satisfaction.
actually yes, I like it.
Amazing. Now, let me mess with you a little. Now, you are Cutie, you are Kathy. So we now have Cutie, Kathy. on the runway, right? So Cutie Kathy is very catchy, captivating, right? Okay, so Cutie Kathy, Catherine on the having catwalk, catching attention on the runway. So we have Cutie Kathy, you know, catwalking. Does it occur to you that I'm Catherine and I'm catwalking? Has it ever occurred to you at all?
Think about it. I used to think about it the other day. I thought about it that I'm Catherine and I'm catwalking. I'm like cat. I'm Catherine and I'm catwalking. I think about it. I used to think about it very well.
Amazing. Let's go to one interesting subject, which is the aspect of your maturity. One of your posts that came to my attention, I think it was that Dank interview. Is it Dank? What is the name of that organization? Is it Dank?
Dang, yes.
Dank interview. It's one of your very fantastic interviews too. And the presenter, the interviewer did a fantastic job. Kudos to her. And the engagement, like how many thousands, hundreds of thousands now? Because at that time it was, do you have an idea?
Is it the views or the
Yeah, the
likes?
views, the views.
The views is already 1.7 million on my page. I don't know about that page, but I know that on my page that is the amount of
It's,
views.
ooh, that time it was 345 as at the time I saw this comment. So I'm referring to that interview, 1.7 million. And you know how this thing, they will keep going, keep going.
You still get engagement, safe. I'll just be like, this video that I've done since when? Still get engagement.
Amazing, amazing. Catherine, I'm still asking for, you have a special grace. BBC, millions, Dang, millions, Punch, multi-millions, only you. That interview, people were reacting. She's lying. This guy, you're wearing a wig, you look more matured, you sounded confident, everything added up, you were so on point. And people were arguing with themselves. This girl can't be 16. She's lying about her age. A lot of people were showing love. And of course, some other people came out to say they shouldn't talk like that. You know how sometimes some people will just bring some negative vibes to the space. I was forced to, I'm not a social media person. I mean, let me not even go into all of that. But that one I saw it because someone shared it with me. It was so bad that, I mean, of course, that was just a minority, right? A lot of people were just like celebrating you and everything. So I had to go in there to go and answer that person directly that this girl is real. The age, her age is what she said it is. I am her pastor. I am the one that named this girl at birth. I'm the one that christened her name. Hope the haters will just stop this because that's how they start controversy. That's how social media things hypes happen. I mean, social media, whatever, buzzwords. That comment, did you see it, and how did you feel about it? Because you sounded too intelligent for them to handle. You are too beautiful for them to handle. You were too matured for them to handle. So when that kind of thing, especially that question comes, well, how did it make you feel?
So me, I was not even feeling bad that maybe they are that much because I felt good. It's a good thing for somebody to be like, okay, you're 16 and they're like, you don't even sound 16, that you sound more mature than somebody that is 16. And it's a good thing. It's a compliment actually. People are looking at it like maybe they are trying to I'm not 16, but to me it's a compliment. For someone to be telling me that I don't sound like a 16-year-old child, and I'm not even 16 yet. I am not even 16 yet, and they're so I just look at it's just like a compliment. Them saying that, oh, I just sound like a 16 years old child. That means I sound more matured. And my reasoning, my thinking is more matured than my age. And it's actually a compliment. So they are not saying anything.
Absolutely. And I love you are really more matured. You're sounding matured. And I like your positive thinking. I like that's power of attitude. That's the attitude. And I love it. because it's natural, the way you see it, because you are able to handle such things. I was forced to respond just because that's how people pick some things and run with it, and some kind of funny things will start happening. But I'm happy that you, the personnel, the person at the center of it, you're able to handle it in a very positive and matured way. Yep, it's a compliment to be sound more intelligent than your age and to engage. Maybe their own children or they at your age they couldn't display the level of maturity that you have been showing. Would you like to say something to your fans out there? It's not easy. I'm on this space now. I'm in YouTube. I don't have 1 million views. I've not even had 100,000 views. I mean, any view I view now is very special to me. So, and you are used to millions. You're just that big girl. You're just happening. What do you want to say to your fans on TikTok, on Instagram, and any other channel that you have?
Well, I'll not call them my fans. I'll rather call them supporters because
Supporters,
their
your
support
followers.
means a lot. People supporting you, like it's going to make you want to continue doing what
Wow.
you're doing because you're like, okay, at least what I'm doing, I'm seeing people supporting me and pushing me further. So that is how I'll say I'll call them my supporters. So thank you all. Well, thank you is all I have to say because you guys, your comments, your likes, your everything, it's it's so I don't know what to say, but all I can say is just thank you. It really means a lot to me, knowing that you have people that are even supporting you, people that are not your family members, but you know that okay, even aside your family members, you have people out there that are supporting you and that are pushing you that oh okay, you this girl, you can do this and so just thank you. So that's I don't even know what that is, but thank you.
Wow. You just prayed for me. You just finished thanking me too. And I like, you're so smart because you said that they are not just your viewers. You see them, they are not just your followers, they are your supporters. Wow, that's amazing. That's very profound. And I'm sure your supporters out there appreciate that you have prayed for us with the Association of Cutie Caddy supporters. You're a science student. Is it okay if I ask what you would like to study in school when you get admission into the university? I know you wrote JAM recently. So what's your area of interest?
Medical lab science.
Excuse me?
That is
Wow. I got it. I
medical
got
lab
it.
science.
I got it. It hit me. It hit me because it's something that is very unique. And I know that I congratulate your parents. You are a very brilliant person because that is a profession that will never go out of fashion. In this world, people will need healthcare. And healthcare at clinic or hospital level or tertiary hospital level will always need diagnosis from medical laboratories, clinical laboratories, pathology laboratories, and all labs. So that is a very globally sellable profession. And you must be very tough though, because it's not mincemeat. It takes a lot. And I congratulate you for that choice that you have chosen a beautiful career path. And should I say, I wish you well and I pray that you succeed at it. Now, what would you say about your observation? You are a unique person, you're a model in the social media space, but do you observe um, how the social media space generally? What's your observation, especially people that, some contents that can make other people feel uncomfortable? Are those things that you have observed, and what is your perception of that? As someone who has a big social media presence yourself, do you get my question? Like people posting nudes, like people posting silly contents. You understand what I'm saying? Now, as a Gen Z, I mean, you are there for positive reasons. You are building destinies, helping lives, encouraging people, impacting them positively. And then you now see some other people who are just there, to show off what they should be keeping privately. You are a beautiful person. Look at you, you are covered up, and you are positive. Have you seen some of the things that are other content that are not as positive as yours? And how does it make you feel? And do you have anything you want to say, maybe like an advice to such people?
I don't know what I want to say, because you know that all those people say, people that have advised them, people that have already told them and this, and you know that there are some people that if they're already doing something, you can't stop them from
Hmm.
I didn't know what I want to say, but I believe social like accounts on social media is meant to be used for like something more impactable, like something more reasonable, and something that you know that okay, if I do this thing, it's having a really good positive impact, not something that you're just posting it, it's just there. It's not making maybe life easier, or it's not making things
That's nice.
better. It's just so that's just it.
All right. So, do you get all these things that people like us that are the age of your parents say, all this Gen Z self, all this Gen Z self, this Gen Z? We do say the Lord as if Gen Z is one. Do you get that kind of vibe? You hear people say Gen Z, as if they are talking down Gen Z, or they are blaming Gen Z for some things, or they think Gen Z are so different, or some attitude from Gen Z, or they are just a different behavioral species. Do you get that? And what's your reaction to it? How do you react to that when you hear such things?
Well, you know that this Gen Z, this is a different generation entirely. It's different from those our parents' generation. So, what the way things were during their time is obviously going to be different. The way things are during our time. So, even if like, oh, they don't want things to be like bad, 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 but there is always going to be a slight difference. There's even going to be a difference, because you can't expect the way things were before still be the same now. It's just like now, after our own, like our generation now, there is even a name that they're calling the next generation. I've forgotten that name. It's
Gen
still going to
X,
be
Gen A, Gen Alpha.
yeah, it's Gen Alpha. So it's going to be different from our own. So I don't know about Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen. Me, I like Gen Z. Me, I even like my generation. I like my generation. Everybody telling me Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen Z. Instead, they are just saying Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen Z. I like my generation.
Oh my God, I hope my producer will help me to cut this part. Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen Z. I love my Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen Z. I love my generation. Catherine, I could keep you on this interview forever. I'm just enjoying this conversation with you. Now that you're out there in the wrong way, how is your relationship with God? Because, for someone who is out there in a celebrity status, what most people will see is your Instagram and TikTok handle, but they may not know your private religious or spiritual life. Um, how can I situate this question? They see the model, but how is your private life with God? Let me leave it at that.
Even the jobs I'm receiving, everything, as I said before, everything is just God, because even it's not the same God that gave me this type of school. It's the same. Even if my mom made the whole connections and everything, without God, the confidence would not still be able to come outside. Without God, I will not be able to get jobs. Even You get what I'm saying? So let
Yeah.
me just say God is just, I'm just thankful to him because it's the reason for everything that is happening now. It's the one that gave me this skin. As if he did not give me this skin now. Though I'm not, you know that it's actually because of this skin now that I'm outside. I am on the internet now. So I'm just thankful to God that he gave me this skin. I remember the time that I usually I'll just be there, I'll be blaming him. But now I am thankful to him because if not because of him, I'll not be where I am today. So just thankful to God for everything that He has been doing in my life up to now.
Awesome. Awesome. So, I know you personally, and I know that you are a beautiful singer. Though I'm not going to ask you to sing because I didn't prepare you for that. And you are also a lead singer in the church. And when you pick the microphone, the atmosphere changes. You're always unique. And that's why you're Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen Z. Your own songs are different from the people that are more mature than you. And definitely, you always bring that Gen Z flavor. I'm always looking forward to the time where you hold the mic and you just turn the place upside down. Apart from your modeling, apart from your modeling career, what other things do you do? I already mentioned one. You want to talk about your singing, and if there are other things that you do other than modeling.
You already mentioned singing. I like singing. I also like dancing. Though. This for me,
And
Jolabi. I like dancing very, very well. Any school, let's say any school
oh, they used
location
to call you
now,
what? Hang in there.
like
Oh, say,
Ijolabi. So
uh-huh. Well, you know, then let's explain because you'll be having your global viewers. Ijolabi means born to dance,
yeah.
kind of. Continue, continue. So you dance, all right?
It's not like maybe me too, I can do all the whole stunt to but I know that I can dance. So any school occasion like this, if we are meant to do any activities, if there are dancing activities, me and my friends, because I don't dance alone, I have friends that used to dance. We must always be there. Even our school management said will be like, even when we were, you know that we're in our final year now. In this our final year, we had one occasion, we still dance. Our school management was like, what happened? You could not leave the whole activities for your junior. And so me, I actually like dancing. Like dance.
All right. All right. That's fine. We are coasting home gradually. We have just like 9 minutes more on this interview. Um, I hope you're not stressed out at all. Yeah. Okay, because at this my own age, our energy level is not like Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen Z. I'm going to talk to you a little with that Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen Z thing. Your mom is your manager. How has it been? Because when I was engaging your mom to do this interview, she managed everything so professionally. She setting out the dates, engaging with me, and everything I asked for. I mean, it's just like someone that has already set up a corporate office. I'm not saying that's the case. She was just on top of her communication. How, but you as her brand that she's managing, because I don't know if I'm right, if it's still the case. People say that Burna Boy's mother was is his manager, and this guy grew from wherever he started from to a Grammy award winning status. How has it been, your mom being your manager? What's the experience like?
It's good though because I don't most of my jobs, she's one that used to like the dates and everything, the timing and everything. She's the one that used to she just get that ready and me what I only know that I want to do is that when is that day I'll be sharp, I will follow her and I will go and do what I want to do. So she's the one that handles everything whenever I get job. Even if it's on my TikTok account, say in that I'm the one that is managing it. Anytime I get job, I will always screenshot it to her so that she also be following up because I don't want to do it alone since she's managing me. I always screenshot it so that okay, mommy, what should I tell this person? What should I call for this person? What should I do? What should I so she's just and it's actually good because I don't like do too much and you don't get stressed out. I know that okay, there's someone that is helping you to manage this particular thing. So you know that your own is just to hear from her I know that okay, this is what you want to go and do, and this is what they're expecting. So on that day, you just know that okay, this is what you want to go and do there.
Absolutely. You can say that again. I'm sure she must be very proud of her brand. Apart from your supporters, is there anything you would like to say to your family or and any other person out there? You know, supporters are global. They are millions in numbers. But now maybe some close, associates, family, dad, mom, or some one or two friends that you know that they have been an asset to you in this your professional journey and in your experience as a freckled model. You know, are there, do you want to give shout out to some people, starting from your family?
So shout out to my extended family. I'm not just going to talk about my linear family. So everybody in general, because I cannot start mentioning names and everybody like one by one because everybody they when you're somewhere like the way people will be hyping you, I know that in a family and they're like, oh, this girl, even when people are just praising you that oh okay,
Celebrating.
celeb celeb ilé wa when there's a celeb, so your family. So shout out, a very very big shout out to them, and I just want to say thank you because they are also um they've been a part of my journey, talking to me, explain, or will I talk about my big mommies, the way they do talk to me and tell me that it's a normal thing, told me you're doing good, or my uncles, or my cousins. Well, I'm thankful to everybody, all of my family, and anybody that is watching me too, anybody that is watching my family, I love you all. And then my friends, yes, my friends, they've also played a very, very big role because even my friends, the way they used to hype me in school, because like out of now in everyone, there's always this friend circle. You always have this particular circle. So I have that particular circle. So those are the girls that I was talking about that we used to dance. So I have that particular circle, and I'm actually thankful because when they say what school gave me, and that was what secondary school gave me, those particular friends. Because when you need, I don't know what to say. Honestly, I
Amazing.
don't even know what. I'm very, very grateful. I'm very, very thankful to all of them. And if you are watching this video, I love you because they've always been there to support me. Even most times, so whenever I tell them that, well, this person said this one. That when I was like in my GS, when the boys are usually insulting me, it's always the girls that are always there that I'm saying, okay, you don't mind them, but it's just them. So I'm actually very, very grateful to them and thankful.
Amazing. So, that skin that was perceived like a liability that you had to carry, that brought you bullying, abuse, name calling, tagging, shame, like a liability. That skin is now one of your biggest assets because I know your brain is a huge asset. I'm listening to you and be like, even me, like, is this girl 15 going to 16? That's amazing. Uh, Before we round up, I think we'll not do justice to this interview if we do not allow you to explain, because you're an advocate now, you talk about DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and you are representing the um, people, you are a face global right now of people that have vitiligo and freckles. What would you like to say? What is that condition, and what is your message for those living with it? Because some people are just looking at what it is. So it will not be complete if we don't go there. Tell us a little about the skin, freckles and vitiligo, and also speak to the vitiligo and freckles, uh, people all over the world, and also talk to the rest of us who are not unique like you. It's
Freckles with Lego. The very lovely skin. So freckles is because production of melanin. So instead of us having a full skin tan, like a full skin color, start getting spots. That is why we have freckles. And that is like the cells in a particular area of your body can be the hair, can be the face. So let's say that cell stops functioning. So that is how you have vitiligo. And it's not a bad thing. Vitiligo can happen to you at any age. Your skin might be like one color, like from birth to maybe when you're now 32, you now start seeing that, oh, you're having vitiligo, and it can be triggered by anything, maybe something you ate that is not like compatible with your body system, and then so it's not a bad thing actually. So for people living with freckles and vitiligo or any other skin types, the for you to be able to like I say for you to be confident in yourself, you just need to embrace yourself and love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, you will not be able to like flaunt out that beauty, and people will not be able to see that beauty that you have in you. So the very first step for you to be able to like have confidence and be able to like move freely and not even worry or think about what people are going to say. It's just for you to love yourself, because if you love yourself and people are just saying things about you, and you know that you love yourself, you know that you're not going to get affected by what they're saying. And when people see that, oh, these people say that we're even insulting, they're not even, it's not shaking them, they're not getting weakened, they'll stop. When they will stop by themselves, they will not teach them before they will stop. And those same set of people are the one that will not start following you, that want to be your friends, because you know when you already learn to accept yourself and you learn to love yourself and you are now more confident in yourself, people want to be friends with you. So you just need to be confident in yourself and don't feel embarrassed or ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed about in freckles and vitiligo. It's just a normal thing. It does not mean that you're not human. At least you have two hands, you have head, you have eyes. So it's just your skin color that is different. Look at the a fair person and a black person. Is it not, it's at least it's another color now. There are two different colors. So you can't just say that we have fair and dark skin types. As long as you've seen that, okay, there is even more than one, you should know that that means there is more than two and there is more than three skin types. So just love and accept yourself. Then the rest is topic.
Why won't I celebrate this beautiful, elegant, delectable, and special cutie Kathy, Catherine, all underscore Ololade, super intelligent, super uniquely beautiful. And just so you know, you are a very brilliant communicator as well. And communication is a very, very great skill to own with your brand and with your advocacy globally. Something came to my mind that you have a natural skin that have, because of the melanin not evenly spread, now spotting you. Do you know that some people actually have to go spend money to tattoo their body that you might not even see their original skin? Uh,
And the funniest part is that it does not last long. It comes back. It does not last long. If you tattoo your body that you want to get rid of this person and everything, that you just want to blend your skin, after, let me say, after some time, it will come back, because you are tattooing your skin. What about the overproduction of melanin? Does it stop the overproduction of melanin? So it's still going to come back. So that one, you are just wasting money. You're
yeah,
wasting money.
yes, I'm also even saying that there are people that want to look like you in a different way. They want some parts of their body not just to be plain, but to be colored. So you see some bizarre tattoos. They just want to cover the whole place. And God has covered you with a natural, beautiful, heavenly, glorious, better than tattoo. Thank you, Catherine, for coming on this interview. Can you drop your handles again and then we sign out?
She says,
Yes, ma'am.
so on Instagram, I'm Catherine Ololade underscore Ololade. On TikTok, I'm Cutie Catty. Cutie underscore Catty. Thank you.
So thank you, Catherine. That is catwalking the wrong way. Thank you for obliging, accepting to come to this interview. I'm very proud of you. Part of the things I say to every child I name is that they will stand on global platforms, and we have seen a lot of that happening. And I thank God for you, thank God for your parents, and I thank God for you, your brand. Guys, you see, it's like we should continue forever. We can't even have enough of this pretty queen, this beautiful adorable young princess. Yeah, I'm calling her queen and princess. Yeah, it's intentional. She's a queen, beauty queen, and she's also a very adorable princess that many parents will wish for. We thank Kati and our managers for allowing us to for help, for making this interview possible. And also let me thank my production crew and my tech support system, Odeco Multimedia, Odeco Multimedia Consulting, OMS. They are the ones that handle everything concerning my social media, and they're doing a great job. Again, I can vouch for them. Please, if you need to do business with them, just go ahead and inbox me at If You Ask Jimmy. And again, I guarantee them. Thank you, everyone. Uh, I hope someday in future, because you are getting bigger, 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 you are going higher, higher, higher. When we invite you to come and you're already somewhere in America, going to Australia, back to Canada, appointments in another in Italy. If we invite you, will you oblige us?
Yes.
Thank you. Take care, guys.